Hello and welcome to my submission for the 2019 CampCon programming project. So my application is called Plain Data, and the general purpose of it is to allow anybody to upload a project or a file that they have some trouble understanding, or if they have an issue with it and they can ask a question, and anybody in the public domain can contribute to an answer. They can upload their own files, they can put their own links into it. The whole purpose is that it encourages public contribution to helping people out with solutions. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the functioning of the application. I'll go through a bit of the code here, and then I will walk through an actual demo of the primary functions of this application. This is a server client model. The server is programmed in Python. I have built a TCP networking library that I'm using. I use Python because it's pretty simple, especially with the networking. And for the client, I'm using Electron.js, which is a part of Node.js, and that's all in JavaScript. I like JavaScript here because it allows me to use HTML and CSS to program and design desktop applications, which is pretty useful. The communications are encrypted with a combination of both RSA and AES encryption. So the server and client, they go through your standard HTTPS handshake. So right here you receive your, that's the whole process right there. But the general purpose is that they first use an RSA key to encrypt an AES key, which is then used for all future communications, including files and other data. For the account storage, I'm using an SQL database. This is local, right here. And for the actual file storage, I'm going to store the physical files on the server hard drive, and then I'm going to use a JSON manifest to store quick data about the files. So now let's get into the actual demo of the application. So I don't have an account, so I'm going to create one quickly. Alright, so I'm creating that account. You have successfully created an account, and next I'm going to go back to the database to see where it went, and it went right here. So yeah, this is local, so I don't have to encrypt this password. If it were to go to an enterprise level, I should probably encrypt this password, just so nobody ends up hacking the database. But now that we have created an account, let's say I was in my computer science class today, and my teacher was talking about compilers, and I don't really know or understand how it works. So I'm going to upload a file. Let's say I have this file here that our teacher gave us, and I don't really understand how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click here to upload a file, and I'm just going to go my teacher, and it's going to go compiler, and I'm going to just do programming there, and computers compiler. And I'm going to go select file, and then downloads, and compiler image. So I'm going to upload this file, and I successfully uploaded the file. So this file is stored over here, right here, and you see it right there, and then it also goes into the manifest with all the data that I entered. So next I'm going to I'm going to search for the file. I forget what I titled it, so I'm just going to go search. I can open it locally, and what this does is when you search for anything, remember this is all public, so it actually stores the file in a temporary location just on the client machine. So this is client and this is the server. So it stores it. The server has it permanently in its file storage, and then the client will have temporary storage when the client application wants to access that file. So now, what's going to be the purpose of asking a question if you can't? So I'm going to create a board, and we're just going to see, say, need help with compiler. So I'm just going to go programming, whatever, compiler, So my teacher explained this, but I don't understand it. And this can be in HTML. Right now I haven't made a physical GUI design board, but that would be another future project. So I just created this thing, an anchor that allows you to put a link to a file. Once again, this is all robust. So the way the link works is it's just type and then the ID. So here is the slide. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and create the board. Alright, and this is also stored in a manifest. If it's not loading, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and see if that board there, it's right there, and I can do that. But now let's say I'm another user, so let's exit out of this, and I'm going to go ahead and start the application back up. Let's say I was another user, and I'm creating my own account, so John Doe. So I'm just going to create that account, and once again this goes to the SQL database, your ID there, and I'm going to go ahead and search for a board, and oh, someone needs help with the compiler. So my teacher explained this, but I don't understand it. So the same thing, it's going to store it temporarily on the client machine. I'm going to get this image and I can look at it and say, oh, I know I have a file to help this person out. So I'm going to go ahead and post a comment. Or first I actually have to upload the file. So I'm going to go ahead and upload a file, and I have this, which is from I forget the author. This is from a university. I just got this file online. I'm just going to go ahead and say author because it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go how compilers work, and it's just going to be computer science again, or programming. Select the file, downloads, and it's this one. Remember that's that one. And then I'm just going to go upload file. You've successfully uploaded the file, and you can just see that right here. Once again, it stores it locally and then it opens it. So now I'm going to go back to that board. So need help with compiler. So I have an explanation, and I'll just link the PDF. So here is a quick and easy, and I'm just going to use that same anchor tag, so tar equals file/1, because that is the new ID. Remember, it goes 0.png and then 1 for the next ID. PDF file to help with comprehension. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and post the comment. Now we're going to go back to the board, and you can see it's all right here. And now, let's say I was the original user that posted this board, and I see that this person posted an answer. I can go ahead and click on the file, and once again it stores it locally in this temporary location here. Remember, this is on the client machine, and it opens it for me. So yeah, that is pretty much the whole application. Once again, it allows people from all over the place to contribute to any sort of project that anyone has a problem with an issue. They can upload files, they can help with any sort of thing that anybody really needs help with. So yeah, this did take a while to do. Some of the compatibility issues with the Python and JavaScript encryption stuff, that they weren't outputting the same stuff, so that was pretty much the biggest issue that I had. But regardless, I'm pretty satisfied with the end product. In the future, I'd be adding more functions that would allow people to bookmark boards. But I like where this is at right now. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed.